is basically the fear of being judged. They're scared to learn English because they think that they will be judged by the people who can speak English well.
Assalamu alaikum, beautiful people. Welcome to AK English Conversation podcast. We all talk, but how many of us talk, which is bring happiness towards others' faces? We all talk, but how many of us talk to bring positive impact to our community, society? AK podcast brings a wonderful, talented youngsters who speak English, who mastered herself how to fluent in English. We're gonna learn from her what to do, how can master ourselves, what is the secret and great tips of her speaking English journey. Please welcome our little youngster, Miss Sunhari. Miss Sunhari, welcome to AK Podcast.
Thanks a lot, Kausa sir, for giving me the opportunity to present myself in today's podcast. And it is truly an honor to be here.
Oh, you're welcome. All right. First of all, I would like to know, um, you are only 12 years young girl. Uh, how did you start your journey, and what is the very first spark or obstacle to start your English journey?
So if I had to be honest, I actually had the interest to learn English from a very young age, and mostly the first spark or the spark was wanting to understand community online that didn't speak my native language. So in my opinion, if you look at it that way, that when you stop looking at English as a subject to pass and start seeing it as a key to a room where all the cool stuff are happening, it stops being work. And if I have to be honest, balancing it with school became is very easy because I see English not as a subject or an addition to the schoolwork. I see it as my escape. So seeing it that way really helped me improve my English and come this way.
Oh, that's great. And who was the best companion and motivator or supporter of your journey of English speaking at the beginning stage?
In the beginning stage, if I have to be honest, both my parents were very supportive because if it weren't for them, I couldn't be here. They helped me provide the sources. They provided the sources which I needed. And also, in my opinion, if I had to pick like anything else other than people as companion, I would say that English movies were a great companion to me because they helped both my listening and my accent. So yeah, that I would say that my parents were the biggest companion.
Wow, that's good. Well done. Okay. As a teenager in 2026, you have so many tools at your fingerprints. Do you think that social media, gaming, YouTube, so many tools are also supporting you or helping you of this journey?
Yes, sir. So in my opinion, if I have to be honest, I believe that these type of tools, this social media helped me more than my school could ever do. Because let's see it in a tactical and logical way. It's not even a fair fight because traditional textbooks provide the skeleton, which is the grammar,
Yeah.
but they never teach us how to communicate. They never teach us how we can hold up a conversation with others, right?
Yeah.
So basically, these social media, gaming, and YouTube provide the muscle and skin. And gaming teaches us communication because we're communicating with the international audiences. We're speaking with people of other from other countries. So of course we have to speak in English, and this is helping us improve our communication. And then is YouTube. YouTube teaches us natural content and also slangs, many slangs that we never knew even existed. And it also helps to improve our vocabulary range. And social media, we can meet a lot of people from social media who will help us to improve our English. And we can follow many pages, for example, AK Learning, to improve our English even further. So that's why I think that these types of tools have actually helped strengthen my English more than any other sources.
Yes, and it's also you have to be dedicate yourself and willing yourself to learn. Like you say that
Yes.
you mentioned about school teachings is based on grammatical in textbook. Lots of students also study in your school. They also wish to learn how to speak English like you, but they can't. They can read, they can write, but when they come to talk, they feel so nervous. So, because of that obstacles, do you think the school part also need to take some initiative to overcome that obstacles? If you give your opinion, please.
So I do think that there are some obstacles that the school have. In my personal experience, from my personal experience, and in my opinion, the biggest thing missing in school is high interest. So many students have a lot of interest to learn English, but the school is killing this interest. You may ask that how or why school is killing this interest. So school mainly focuses on grammar. They see that if they focus mainly on accuracy. They focus on if I'm getting this preposition or this or that right. They focus on if I'm passing this multiple choice question test. But they don't see that how I'm gonna be speaking in front of others. They will not teach us the fluency to learn English or to talk in English. So and the ability to keep a conversation going. The thing is, school doesn't teach us the skill to keep a conversation moving even if you mess up a verb tense. Because in reality, even if you miss a word or misuse a word, this conversation still has to be going. Right. And it's basically like the school teaches you to build a car, but the reality just wants you to drive it.
Yeah. To be honest with you, school is the best options to motivate student like you than others. Like you mentioned, AK Learning Zone or AK Podcast or YouTube. I think the school themselves of teachers they can motivate you or start it another. Brand new tools to encourage students to learn how to speak English in confident and proper way. All right. Let's say your classmate came to you and speak to you, and he or she have seen that you speak well, very fluently, and your classmate asked you, "Sunhari, I would like to be like you. I would like to talk like you, fluent in English by next year." What would be the best suggestions to them?
So the first suggestion I would give them is probably the best one, which I myself always use, and that is watching English movies. Because we're still kids, right? We're still teenagers, and not only teenagers, but every class of people need some sort of entertainment or some sort of thing that may help them focus on something. And in movies, they're not only teaching you how to speak, how to like build up your accent, and they also help with your listening, but you're also getting entertained by the movie, right?
Yeah.
So, and it also, not only that, you will learn a huge range of vocabulary from that as well. Again, another advice I would like to give is probably communicating more with people on social media, because if you do that, you will learn your communication skills will increase, in my opinion. Because I myself have seen that talking with people who have English as their native language helps a lot. And if you can't find any people, you can even use artificial intelligence tools to help you with that.
Yeah.
So that I would say that these are the two advice I would give them. And another advice that I would mainly give them is like noting down new words every single day, because it will help them learn new words and also help them with a huge range of vocabulary.
Wow, that's great. So, noted down every single word whenever they heard a new word to them. They don't know what the meaning of it. write it down or stand go to, like you were saying, OpenAI and Google Translate them and try to learn what is the meaning of that new word that you ever heard. Thank you so very much. What a wonderful advice on Harry. Okay, last but not the least, what is the main obstacle do you find in your community, in your country, that people try to learn how to speak English, but somewhere, somehow stuck, and somebody or invisible obstacles make them stuck or discourage them to learn how to speak English? What is the main 2, 3 points do you figure it out so far?
So that's a fantastic question. I would love to thank you for giving me this question. So as far as I've seen in my surroundings, and I think it's a problem for everyone as well, is basically the fear of being judged. They're scared to learn English because they think that they will be judged by the people who can speak English well, when it's actually the opposite. I feel like instead of letting it become the reason for your downfall, you should take it as a motivation that, yeah, they're going to be judging me, then I will show them that I can speak English as well. Right. So, taking that as a motivation, we shall do it and we shall take everything positively, because everything has a negative and positive way. It just depends on us if what way we're going to view it. So this is the most common thing which I have seen, the fear of being judged. And yeah, maybe we do live in a very judgmental world and everyone judges us. Even I have been judged when I first started speaking English.
Wow.
So I just had to overcome it. I just had to like I paid no mind to them because I knew that like everything has an obstacle. It's a test. It's a test to see, the real test begins from there, to see that if you can keep moving forward in that situation or are you going to back down. So yeah, it's basically depends on you on how you're going to see it.
Yeah, how you're gonna deal with it? How much strong of your a goal is it? So this is really impressive, Sunhari. Dear viewers, only 12 years old young lady with us, giving us motivating, and is really inspiration. And I really feel proud of my student, and I hope you, those who want to learn how to speak English, finds a lot of inspired by her. Sunari, I have no word to give thanks because I'm really grateful of your every single valuable speech that you have saying so far. And we are last stage of our shows. Before you go, what is the best advice you would like to give to our beginner learners?
The best advice that someone has given me is that when you feel down the most or when you feel like you're going to be giving up, that's when the main test begins, because that's when you have to decide that are you going to be going forward or are you going to back down. And it's important for you to decide that you're going to be going forward, because things like this will come in everything, let it be in academics or speaking English or any other hobbies like doing art. Everything will have an obstacle, and it depends on us to overcome it.
Oh, that's great. So, meaning to say, please, guys, never give up, no matter what. There is always obstacle. There's always judgmental surrounding us. No matter what, we should not give up our dream, our goals. All right.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Sonari, for joining to AK Podcast. We shall see you soon again.
Thank you, sir.